Hello, everybody. As I stated on the Facebook, I'm gonna make the video about Uranus, the shift. That shift actually began a little bit a while back at the beginning of the year, but we're shifting, we're moving, and at the current moment, Uranus the way it is, and it's moving. Right now, he's already moved into the first minutes of Taurus. Well, what's that going on? What's that going to happen? Why everybody feel this push, this rush, this intensive energy of we need to change, we need to do something. Uranus. In the mythology, Uranus is the god of the goddess. He's the ruler of the gods. And in astrology, he's the one who actually is connected to the universe. He represents the universe within astrology, and he represents that shift for the masses. And what's going on right now is that he's shifting from Aries and move into Taurus. What is that shift? That shift is talking about of the inner work that you've been focused on yourself, the part of that you did, whatever you did in the past few years when Uranus was in Aries. Now you have to perform it within the material world in Taurus. What's that gonna happen with into it? That's gonna be involving with a lot of us. We are going to change our living conditions. We're gonna be changing our way of life. We're gonna be thinking more about the earth. We're gonna be preserving more about the earth. We're gonna be using a new materials. We're gonna be rebel against everything of the old. Just to Taurus once decide, to let it go of stuff, it never comes back. If you're a Taurus, you know what I'm talking about. You decide someone to be removed from your life, and guess what? They removed for you that part, that person. It's dead, doesn't exist anymore. It's gone. So what's going to happen is we are going to transition it into a Taurus, and we are going to be looking for it to forget the past, to forget the things that's going on, and we to move to the new things. There's going to be some new things developed during this period. There's going to be some new inventions that are going to be coming up, and we're going to be seeing this transitions into it. So if you worry about it, these are the colors of Uranus. It is what it is. Uranus, it's one who controls the discoveries, breakthrough innovations, lightning insight, inventions, originals, sudden awareness, which is going to be a lot involved within the spirituality, genius, science, already talking about, freedom, rebel. What do you mean about rebel? Uranus is controlling Aquarius, and Aquarius, it's rebel. We are in the age of Aquarius. And with an age of Aquarius, we standing against everything. Everything that stands in our way. Doesn't matter what it is. It could be a parent, it could be a religion, it could be society, it could be a job, name it. It could be a person, doesn't matter. It's rebellion. We're going to rebel against everything that holds us down in order to improve. The seeking the unusual part. Yes, we're going to be looking at more unusual things. We're going to be focused more of products that we are going to use. Things that we're going to use, they are going to be recycled over and over and over. What I'm seeing that is gonna be, we're going to have some of furniture that are gonna be mostly recyclable. We're going to be have a stronger houses. We're not gonna build any more houses from a wood. We're gonna be building houses from different materials, simply because we want to preserve the earth. To preserve the earth, it's also to keep the trees, so we can condition the earth. and that's going to be a big green products that comes into it. Also, what it does is that we are going to be looking at to improve our improvement. You're going to see that there's going to be some big things of how you have your lifestyle. You want to be decorating your house, you want to be doing your things, so you can be happy in the place where you live. We're already going to be using it some very economical parts, so we can preserve the things that are living things. Those going to be the main things when Uranus is going to shift into a Taurus. Liberation, independence. We want to be freed up from the patriarchy, from the control. There's going to be some rebellions that going to comes up, and it's going to be like, you know what, enough is enough. So I'm expecting that to be having some kind of revolutions during this period, and specifically right now is that Mars, it's as a Uranus is going into a Taurus. Mars is entering the rebellion, which is Aquarius. And Mars is going to be entering into Aquarius and is going to become a retrograde. It's going to come back. The same thing will happen also with Uranus. Uranus is going to be entering right now Taurus, and then it's going to come back to Aries. And then it's going to go back into Taurus moving forward from now on. Why that is? There is so from some of the people who are so stubborn, some of the people who don't get it, to have a second chance. To some of the people who didn't have unfinished business to come back. God give them a second chance. That's what is going to be. In the spirituality world, that's what is going to be. The question is when. A lot of the people want to know the things of what's going to happen. We as an astrologers, we give you the environment. How are you going to react into the environment? That is up to you. It's not about predicting the future. It is about to shows up what the environment as the energies as the things that's going to be into it. So let's begin what is going on right now. So as the last Sunday, as you see it, I actually posted on my Facebook, was about this. Uranus is in 29 degrees, Mercury is at 0 degrees, and the Moon, it is at 0 degrees. That is about you to get the emotions, the talk, the vibrations of that shift that you're going to feel that something is going to happen. A lot of the people that were out on the Facebook on Sunday is like, what the heck is going on? What is those vibes are? Why is so this tension into it? That tension actually comes in from Mars. It's right here, that red line right here. As you see it, Mars is on 29 degrees. It's in the end of Capricorn, beginning to shift towards Aquarius. At the same time, Uranus is in 29 degrees, beginning to shift towards Taurus. What does Mars has to do a lot? Mars is the one who is the warrior inside of you. Mars is the one who rushing, pushing, impatiently, action now. And when that energy will shift, we're going to see it a little later, that energy will shift into the rebel. The people are going to be rebelling of the things of their lives. They're going to be tired of the same thing over and over. They want to change. They want to do better. They want to live better. They want to have a different quality of lifestyle. There's going to be not anymore this paycheck to paycheck. There is something going on over there. I need to find out. I need to figure that out. There's going to be a disposition of people is going to be realize they need something more. It can't be just taken. It's got to be also a given. And that is going to be a part of this shift that we learn it as a spirituality in areas. And now we're going to be performing this part in Taurus. So, that is that picture of that shift that is just beginning. And today it's Tuesday. That is the today's picture actually, the way it looks. As you see it, Uranus already entered the first minutes of of Taurus. Mars is still at the end of our Capricorn. Mars is going to be getting shifted from now till tomorrow. He's going to make that shift. He's going to make that jump. And a lot of the people is going to be like, I want to change. I want to change my life. I want to get better. And that is the part of Aquarius. Aquarius wants to seek what's wrong, what is the things that are not working, what is the false part, remove that and make it better, make it real. So as of Wednesday, which is tomorrow, Mars is going to be at the 15 minutes shifting into Aquarius. We're going to have this square here with Uranus. They both is going to be moving together. They're going to be moving, and we're going to see down the road when they move, they actually move pretty much the same together. And that energy of shift, pushing that shift, that energy will comes in from Mars working together with Uranus, and you're gonna feel this pressure in the next almost a year. We're gonna be seeing it, that it's gonna happen. The things that's gonna be happening right now, they're actually gonna be repeating in themselves. They're gonna be repeating in themselves because Uranus is gonna go the first few degrees in Taurus, then it's gonna come back. It's gonna come back as retrograde. It's gonna entering Aries, and then it's gonna move forward. When it moves forward, he's not going to come back anymore in Aries. He's going to be beginning to move more in Taurus. So, August. What's going on in August? We're looking at the picture right now in here. As you see, as I say, that Mars is going to be a retrograde. Mars is going to be a retrograde. He's going to come back, and we're going to have a Uranus that it's already at 2 degrees. What is that important day? This is going to be August 6th, a few days before the Lion's Gate. As you see it here, the Sun, it's going to create this finger of God. It's going to be very important time because that's going to be the energy that comes in to point out the directions. It's going to be a Pluto, Neptune, which is retrograde in Pisces, and the Sun is going to be its home in Leo. So the spirituality is going to look over the ego, and we're going to look in it to get better by we surrounding ourselves with a people who are on a higher pace to us, to the people who are above us. We're going to be looking for example of people who are higher than us, but higher in what? A lot of the people thinking about higher of the material world. What the Lion Gate has always been is about you to get higher in your spirituality world. And Pluto, it's one who controls very much that secret power of this secret people who comes in out of the middle of nowhere into your life. And that is a part that's going to be triggered into Neptune now, which is going to be a retrograde, and during that period he is going to be provide the visions. He's going to be providing that part that, like, your third eye is going to be like this huge big TV, and you're going to be seeing everything that's going to be projecting to you from the universe. How the universe though is going to be attracting all this? Uranus is going to be providing everything through Venus. Venus is going to be on 29 degrees of Virgo, but it's going to entering Libra. Venus is, when it's in Libra, it is in its own house, the house of love. And when Venus and Uranus they are in trine, that is the goddess time of love. And this is the most powerful part. It's the universe provide all the power to love, which is going to happen the next few days in August. And we're looking at on August 7th. The midheaven is right here too, and Uranus is going to be powered out. Really, that's going to be this energy of coming up into, as a lot of the people we're going to have their realizations about love during August period into. And we're going into fourth. That's going to be the time. And Uranus actually is going to become, on August 7th, Uranus is going to become a retrograde. He's going to be coming to that point as like, okay, I give you the heads up, you understand what's going on, now I'm going to go back. Now I'm going to go back, I'm going to give you a second chance. I'm going to go get you back to look at your spirituality as who you are, that you are a soul, and 10, I'm going to bring you back, so whatever you know is the spirituality, you to perform the actions into a real world. That retrograde will last from August. We are going to be last all the way into January 5th. So that period of all those months, okay, we're talking about, those are 4 months. That's a September, October, November, December. January is the 5th month, but there's going to be this gap period when the planets are stationary. And we are going to see, while the planets, when they're stationary, they are providing this energy of like, you don't move, you want something to do, but you're stuck, you're getting to it. That position is going to be beginning a little bit before Christmas. And during the Christmas period, everyone is going to be looking what they need to change. That shift that it's filled right now is going to be filled during Christmas period. And the same energy pretty much is going to be provided into. And as we see it on March 6th of 2019, we are going to have that shift as what's happening exactly right now. Uranus is going to be in exactly the same degree, the same minute as of right now in the sky. It's going to have the same energy that's going on, but this time what we're going to have is, instead of having a Mars here, we're going to have a Venus. So we're going to learn the masculine part right now, and the year after we are going to learn the feminine part of this shift, because the man leads, the women follow, at least on that example. But there is some examples of when the female goes first and the male has to follow. Why is that? Because you need to learn both two energies, you need to learn the both two positions. You can't just go ahead and like, I don't want to know about this female stuff. It's ignorance, and the ignorance is, it's controlling to it's coming into the control. You suppressing that part, and when you're suppressing, you're pushing something against yourself. And when you're pushing something against yourself, sooner or later it's gonna come back and hit you. And then it's like, oh my gosh, why my wife is so angry at me? You never understand her. And that is a part right here, which is going to become a very good of this shift, is all the planets, they're going to come kind of like a sort of working together. We're going to see that Saturn and Pluto is coming together, and they're going to play very well with the Sun, Neptune, and the Moon, right exactly on March 6th. At the same time, Uranus right here is going to be controlling this part with Jupiter. Jupiter is right now is going to be in Sagittarius. And when Jupiter is in Sagittarius, everybody, public speakers, talkers, we're talking about poets, writers, journalists, everyone who has to do anything with writing, it's going to be huge. We're probably going to be removing the fake news. I hope so. If not, we're going to have a more fake news. And that position, that shift of Uranus is going to help us out with to have a better life. We to seek how we destroying the planet, and we have to seek the part of how we just save it. What we need to do, what it needs to be created. And during those few years that we are going to have with Uranus and Taurus, we are going to really, really working on it. There's gonna be some a better environmental stuff that's gonna be coming up. There's gonna be some very good improvement. People will seek the improvement of the quality of life, and some of the things that's gonna be, there's gonna be some stores, there's gonna be some opens of how people to improve the things into it, how the things to be better, more biological, more ecological. Probably we gonna be have some things that if we using or reusing, they can gonna be environmental friendly, and that shift will help us out in the material world. But what's gonna happen is that shift is gonna ask us, whatever we study into the spirituality, it's time into the perform. It's time to really put the things out for the world so we can create a better world. We can be love. Thank you so much for watching it. Be love.